Traveling when you're chronically ill can be really stressful, so here is an accessible guide to everything travel. Anytime I fly, the very first thing I do is fill out the TSA Cares form and then request wheelchair assistance in the airport. TSA Cares is super helpful when you're traveling with medical devices or medical equipment. Just the traveling process is really fatiguing for me and flares up a lot of my symptoms, so having the wheelchair option is super helpful. Even if I'm bringing my own wheelchair, I still request it because you never know if you'll have your own personal wheelchair on board with you or if they'll make you stow it under the plane. In case I do have to store my wheelchair in cargo, I always fill out the mobility aid form that tells them how to handle my mobility aid so that it doesn't get damaged. Packing all my medical supplies is an entirely different story, so I use Guava Prep to be able to type out every single thing that I'm going to need. When possible, I use the free medical carry-on option to bring my medical supplies on the plane with me, so that way it doesn't get damaged. I always have my Guava emergency card on me in case anything happened, and my sunflower lanyard to let other people know I have a disability. You can also use the pre-boarding option, or if you need to get on last because sitting is what's worse for your body, then asking the gate attendants about that option as well. Keeping all of my pain and symptom relief tools as accessible as possible is super important, especially for long travel days. When I finally get to my destination, I always inspect my mobility aids to make sure that they didn't damage it, because if they did, I would be going right up to that front desk to make them compensate me for it. With ground travel, you have a little bit more leeway, especially with packing everything that you need. Sitting in a car is especially tough on my body, so I make sure to have anything and everything that will keep me comfortable. Time often feels like an illusion when you're traveling, so making sure to use Guava's reminders and pill fill reminders when you're traveling can save you from some emergencies. I can't even remember how many times I've almost ran out of medication because I didn't have a way to remind my ADHD brain. Overall, travel is just really hard on the body, and I try to remind myself that it is temporary and we will eventually get to my destination at some point.